Paul Fisher, coming at you from Henderson, Nevada. Today is, I always get my days mixed up, but today is Thursday, April 12th, and it's 5 o'clock. Okay, today I want to talk about the Billion coin, TBC, cryptocurrency, and why you should be involved with us. So, first thing I want to do is I want to let you know that I am a trusted seller, which just means that you can actually purchase pieces of coin, which we call Kringles, from me in the description below in the video if you want to do that. There's also a link there so you can get a free gift of Kringles. We're giving away 25,000 Kringles, which is worth about $930 something last night. And you could just sit and watch it grow. Get involved and just educate yourself. It's free. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the migration, because it's so important and it's coming up. I want to quickly explain how cryptocurrencies work. They use a blockchain. It's encrypted. It's a platform. All of the coins that are currently out there that are popular, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Monero, all of the coins that you hear about, if you're into cryptocurrency, are out there. You hear about them because they're on a trading exchange, which means they can be traded every day. Those are the major amounts of transactions that are taking place in, like, for instance, Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the most popular because it's been around. It was the first one to come around, and it's been around since 2009. And over the years, it's slowly worked its way from peer-to-peer transactions till finally it was popular enough that banks started to accept it. People can change it into fiat and pay their bills. The other, what I see as a problem is that someone put it on the trading exchange, which means it can be manipulated now, and it makes the price really volatile, goes up and down, up and down, up and down every day. Too volatile really for merchants to in accepting it if they need to use it to turn around and buy a product again and resell. If they can sit on it, then they're in a great shape, because it will go up in value over time. Now, our coin, the Billion coin, TBC, is not on a trading exchange and never will be. It was designed differently, and it's based on an algorithm that increases its value by members, by people. Okay, so every time a person joins our community, it raises the price of our coin by €1. Okay, so that is where ours get the value, besides the point that it's limited, just like all the coins have a limitation to how many are going to be mined or ever out there. Ours is called the Billion coin because we're going to have 1 billion coins, and we're going to reach our maximum price of €1 billion per coin when we get to 1 billion members around the world that have some Kringle or some coins. So that can happen very fast. Just to let you know, we're 2 years old. Okay, we just went over our 2-year anniversary on March 21st. In the first year, we got up to 97,000 members. Okay. The second year, we went from 97,000 to, well, just 2 days after, like on the 24th, 23rd maybe of March, a couple of days after our 2nd year anniversary, we went over 3 million. Okay, so obviously the coin being priced on the membership is now worth €1 million per coin. So yeah, you can't buy a full coin anymore. But that's okay, because unlike the other ones, the other coins that are out there and on trading exchanges and are in the hands of the miners we have kept some control over our coin. We had to because of the fact that our coin was different. And when you have a system where you've got a lot of coin and you want to sell it because you need some fiat currency, you're tempted to discount the price. So if the price is worth 5,000 a coin, and you could say, hey, I'll sell it to you for 500 a coin. Okay. And that's what people did. Okay. And it was destroying our coins. So we had to take back the wallet system. We had to decentralize. We had to centralize the wallet system. Okay. So we could put a stop to those who were going to insist on breaking our membership rules and discount the coin. It's just common sense. It's just, that's, you got to do what you got to do. Okay. And we're very serious about our coin, and it's real and it's working. Okay. We are 2 years later now. Now we migrated over to the new wallet system a year ago, and we've been weeding out the discounters, and everything's been going great, except our whole blockchain system slowed down because we were up to doing a lot of peer-to-peer, and we were not on a trading exchanges, which is 90% of what you see out there in Bitcoin. When it comes to transactions, you say, wow, they're doing a lot of transactions. Well, it's not peer-to-peer, and they're trading. Okay, so peer-to-peer is still probably, well, they say there's around 10 million people that have access to and own Bitcoin. 10 million. Okay, I would say probably less than 1 million of those are actually not on the trading exchange, and they're using their Bitcoin to sit on or to use peer-to-peer. Okay, they're saying, hey, I'll give you Bitcoin for your product or your service, and so accept my product or my service. Okay, so that's something that's very interesting, and we of course are keeping an eye on the whole system. A lot of these people that are in these other coins and are using these coins and have access to these coins, they look at our coin and it's not on the trading exchange, and they go, well, then your coin's not real. And I kind of think it's kind of the opposite. Our coin is extremely real, simply because it's not on a trading exchange. It can't be manipulated. It doesn't go up and down in value. It goes up in value every single day, and will until it gets to $1 billion per coin with our first billion people. And it will never go down in value. So which coin is more real? Ours. Ours is money. Ours is based on value of the people. Okay. Bitcoin is based on proof of work from the miners, the cost of electricity to mine the coins, their efforts in mining the coins, that puts some value on it. Other than that, it's all up to make it money. Okay, and with it on a trading exchange, then it operates like currency. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Just to give you an example of what I'm talking about, you look at gold or silver. Okay, like if I had a gold coin 50 years ago and I went out and I bought something, okay, I don't know, say the gold coin back then was enough for me to buy a 10-speed bike, okay, or maybe, let's see, how old am I? 50 years, yeah, I would have been 11. Okay, so yeah, 10-speed bike would have been great when I was 11. So I had a gold coin and I bought, it was enough to buy a 10-speed bike. Okay, because it's not currency, it's money. If I still had that gold coin today, I can go out and buy a really nice 10-speed bike. Okay, for the same price. The value of the coin has not gone down. Okay, it's money, it holds its value. That's the difference between money and currency. Okay, the currency that we use, that paper money, that's currency. Okay, I mean it's a tough paper. It doesn't rip easily. So it's durable. It can stay in our pockets, in our wallets, and be exchanged and not, fall apart after a couple of days. But the point is, it loses value every day. Okay, it loses value every day, and it can lose a lot of value sometimes. And of course, over the years since we've been on that system, which has been since 1913 with the passing of the Federal Reserve Act, it has lost its value. Okay, we put our money, the United States government put our money into the hands of a private bank called the Federal Reserve Bank. It's a central banking system. And then they turned around and they lent it to us. We'll lend you money and you pay us interest. So then the government had to turn around and say, geez, how are we going to pay this interest? Well, let's tax the people. Let's tax them on income. Let's tax them on property. Let's tax them on cars. Let's tax them on anything and everything, whatever. Okay. And so the people are paying that interest to a private bank for use of their money instead of our money. It's completely unconstitutional, but that's a whole story that you can get. Oh, and that's another thing I wanted to let you guys know. Yesterday, I was talking about this book, The Naked Capitalist by Cleon Skousen. It's a short paperback, came out 1971, and it's so old, but it's so good. Okay. Check out Cleon's, find out his qualifications. Okay, but you can actually get that free in PDF form. Just do a Google search on The Naked Capitalist. Okay, like Cleon or W. Cleon, which is Cleon, Skousen, Skousen. Okay, well, you can't really see that, it's backwards. Oh, no, yeah, you can see that. See? All right. This is actually a review on a book by Dr. Carol Quigley called Tragedy and Hope. It's a real thick book, and it was Dr. Carol Quigley was part of the central banking system, and he wrote a book exposing the system because he was just so proud of it. It was crazy. Okay, so that's what he used to show you what happened. And of course, it happened. The creature from Jekyll Island, I showed you yesterday. The creature is the Federal Reserve, the private bank. That's the creature that has taken over our government because it took over our money system. They did the same thing in England. Okay, it goes back to the Rothschild family and their 5 sons or whatever it is. But and they came over here to the United States. They got together with the big guys, Rockefellers and all those guys, Morgan, Chase, and all those individuals, Warburg, and so on. They met on this island called Jekyll Island off the coast of Georgia. And that's where they formulated their plan for their Federal Reserve private bank and get it passed and started paying off people. And William Taft, was that the president? Taft was the president after Teddy Roosevelt. So Taft did 4 years. Taft absolutely refused to sign that into law. We have been under a central banking system before, and certain presidents have managed to get rid of it. Andrew Jackson was one of the first ones, and that's the reason why our President Trump today has Andrew Jackson hanging in the Oval Office, because he is getting rid of the central banking system. Anyway, God bless America. So Taft wouldn't go along, and at the end of his first term, he was running for a second term. He was up against a guy named Woodrow Wilson, and Woodrow Wilson didn't stand a chance. He wasn't very popular at all. It was a shoo-in for Taft, okay? And the Federal Reserve, these guys were just like, oh my God, what are we going to do? We got to get our act passed. If Taft goes another 4 years, it's another 4 years down the drain. They went to Teddy Roosevelt, who had been president before, and they said, hey, Teddy, can you do us a favor and run against, Wilson and Taft and pull the vote so that Wilson has a chance to win? That's basically what happens, okay? You can do the research, find out true history, fact-based history. for yourself how that happened. Anyway, that's what happened. Okay, Wilson won. And 3 days after he took office, he signed the Federal Reserve Act and betrayed our country, which has been betrayed many times before and has been betrayed many times since. But anyway, we're getting that all fixed. Okay, we're living in history right now, and it's awesome to be alive. I never in my life thought I would see anything like this. And my mom gave me this book when I was 13. Okay, she was all into that kind of stuff. Truth about history. And gave me a passion for truth. Well, I had a passion to read, and I didn't like to read. Well, I like to read everything, fiction and nonfiction, but especially nonfiction. And so I got books all the time and read. And I still do. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, the difference between money and currency. Okay, so currency loses its value because it's not backed by anything of worth. Okay, gold hangs on to its value. Silver, all precious metals hang on to their value. And so does cryptocurrency, if it's created correctly. Now, is Bitcoin money? I would take Bitcoin over fiat any day right now, okay? Because in a sense it is a form of money. It does have real value simply because there's only 21 million coins that are going to be mined, and that limits the supply, which raises the price, and there's some value there. Now, in the long term, will Bitcoin remain a money is the big question I have. But we'll see. Point is, Bitcoin will never have enough value or coin to eliminate poverty in the world, not with just 21 million. Okay, we've got 7.5 billion people on this planet that need to raise their quality of life and living. Okay, so the billion coin is designed for that. Oh, there's that dog. Yesterday, the doorbell rang, and I opened the door, and there's this lady standing there with a dog, this huge dog. And I knew I recognized him. He walks by every day, but I don't know where he lives. And she goes, "Is this your dog?" I go, "No, but I see him walk by every day." Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, okay. So the billion coin, on the other hand, is it's based on us, a community of people. Okay, so that's why I am so passionate about the billion coin. Okay, I'm always going to stay passionate about it. I understand the system that we've been on since 1913, and I understand their entire history. Okay, I read it, researched it, and all that, but I never knew what a solution could be. I mean, it didn't seem like we could get out of the control of that. And technology come along and happen with cryptocurrency. We've got countries all over the world creating their own coin now, and they're backing it, or at least with confidence, with repatriating their gold. And some people are trying to back it with oil, like Venezuela, but they can't sell the oil because of the sanctions, so they're backing it by gold. So we're seeing some very, very interesting things going on here, besides all the other things that we are seeing, at least here in America, and what's going on around the world. We see our president doing some incredible things, but we don't understand. Most of us don't understand because we've just been asleep. Okay, and that's no big deal. We can wake up. We can see. We're not blind. Okay, it's the blind that we have to be concerned about, because they won't see. They won't hear. They're deaf too. Okay, and they'll continue to attack our president, which is unbelievable. And they'll continue to say he's doing this, he's doing that, he's crazy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, meanwhile, he's 3 steps ahead of everybody. Okay, him and us, the patriots, are moving fast, and we are controlling the narrative. You notice when Trump, well, there's just so much to talk about with what's going on right now. I mean, really quickly, look what happened with North Korea, okay? We were going to go to war with North Korea, right? That's what the press was telling us. You know, Trump was saying, hey, you know, calling him a little fat rocket man or whatever he was doing, and our, you know, our nuclear button's bigger than yours, and don't mess with us. And we were even sending ships in that direction, remember? Sending ships in that direction. What happened to those ships? Where'd they go? Okay. All the time he's behind the lines, or behind the scene, I mean, making peace along with Russia and China. So that's the end of North Korea. You don't hear about Kim Jong-un anymore, do you? Okay. He left the country too. He left the country to go to China and make peace. He didn't have to worry about the deep state taking, you know, making a regime change, which is what they do, because Trump had already gotten rid of the deep state in North Korea. Okay, so these are things that most people don't realize and have no clue what Trump is doing, and he's making history, and he's creating a legacy that's it's just going to be, I don't know, seriously. He may end up being the greatest president we've ever had in this country, period. Certainly God, I mean, there's no telling what's going to happen, what he's getting accomplished. I mean, I look back at what he's accomplished in just over a year, and it's unreal. Okay, and people will say, well, what has he accomplished? Well, it's because you're just not aware, because the media doesn't talk about it. Okay, so you just need to go search for it, but most of those people are not interested in knowing the truth. You know, it's like religion. It's like any kind of ideology. If you're not interested in something different, then you don't want to know about it. So, but Trump has got our back if you're a patriot, and we've got our own backs, and we're getting things done. The same thing now is happening with Syria, okay, and Iran. Iran's the next country that's going to be made peace. And you saw what's going on in Syria, or you see what's going on in Syria. We got this false flag that happened with this supposed gas attack. And guess what? The Russians were right there, so they took control of the eastern part of Ghouta, and they're protecting it, okay? They're protecting this so-called crime scene because they know that nothing happened, and they know that the deep state wants that area blown to bits to destroy and cover their rear ends, okay? They want war. Come on, Trump, let's go to war. Come on, America, let's go to war. Shoot something, missiles over there, okay? The problem is Putin's air defense can knock anything it wants out of the air. So can ours, okay? There's no point in shooting anything to really go to war. Plus, why would we go to war with Russia? But you hear Trump talking about it, don't you? Hey, Russia, better watch out, you know. We got the mightiest military in the world. It's all a game. Him and Putin and others, okay, they play games against the deep state to get them to think this and think that, and then we win. Instead, we create peace. A perfect example is the fact that Trump was pulling troops out, or he still is pulling troops out of Syria. He's pulling troops out of Syria. What do you think made the deep state go ahead with their false flag? Okay, they panicked. Hey, what? Trump is pulling? No. We gotta have war over there. We gotta make our money. Okay, so anyway, I got started talking about politics, which I'm passionate about because it's just so exciting right now. But yeah, so they did this false flag, and you know, hey, come on, let's go to war. Well, we really don't have an excuse to send our troops back or to do anything over there, but we do need to be set up to help Iran. We need to get the deep state out. So Trump's going to use this as a perfect excuse to send ships and troops back into that area so that he can do what he wants to with Iran and make peace, okay, and continue to pull out of Syria, okay? Syria can take care of itself, okay? And ISIS is going to go down because countries like Russia, Syria, and Iran have been destroying ISIS, okay? And the deep state has used our troops, like they have for years, to protect their assets. It's absolutely criminally traitorous, disgusting, pathetic. And don't get me started, because I just get riled up, because there's nothing more incredible than our military system and our troops that protect our freedoms and our constitutions here in America. You have heard about Trump's proposed and wanting to have that military parade, I think in November. Yeah, keep your eye on that, folks. That's going to be history. If everything works out the way we want it to work out, that will be an unbelievably, it will go down in history in America, that parade. Okay. All right. I'm getting too excited about certain things that I can go on and on and on. I want to get back to the billion coin. People, you need to get involved for the simple fact that it's real. The coin goes up in value every day. It's never going to go down. We've got all kinds of promos that allow you to get a full coin for like $100. Okay, you just have to check our system out, watch some of the videos that are going on every day, mine or anybody else's that's on these on this channel, not this channel, but it would be the TBC channel. Go to the links below. You'll find the broadcast information. You can watch any time of the day, live broadcasts, a half-hour slots. I'm on every day at 5. Okay, that's my slot. So unless something comes up and I'm unable to, then that day I'll be off. But anyway, there's so much to talk about that I really would like to do a whole hour. But I do want to give whoever is scheduled after me their chance. I don't even know if there is anybody scheduled after me today. So maybe I'll just keep talking. But I wanted to explain the difference between money and currency. Okay, so in case you didn't quite understand that, it's really simple. You know, money goes down in value. I mean, cryptocurrency, fiat currency goes down. Currency goes down in value. Okay, it doesn't hold its value because it has no value. Okay, except what we the people, you know, believe in it. We can use it. Cryptocurrency and money has value, especially when it's abundance-based currency like the billion coin, okay? So we've got 3 million people, okay? And we did that when we had a slow system with the old blockchain platform that everybody was using from Bitcoin, okay? So the last six months, we've been completely designing a new blockchain platform and also a new wallet system to go with it. And we are going to migrate any day now. We're going to migrate 3 million members over to the new system. Okay. Not only will we get rid of all those lost orphan coins, but and get, you know, basically start over again in a sense, but we'll have 3 million people. What was I going to say about that? Oh, look at how much we grew just between the first year and the second year. The first year we had 97,000 after one full year. And a year later we had 3 million. Okay. So that's like 30% in 30% increase. That's a 30% no, it's a 300%, 30,000% increase. I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. Think about it. I mean, it went from less than 100,000 to 3 full million. Okay, so if we have that same percentage growth in the next 12 months, which we will, because we're going to be on a system that will do transactions in less than 3 seconds and thousands per second, not 10 like Bitcoin. Okay, so in Bitcoin, I don't know if they can ever change their platform because they're in the hands of miners that control that. Okay, there's no one person saying, hey, we're going to make a change and this is going to be it. It's like these miners are kind of set. Okay, and you saw what happened when the system slowed down. They raised their prices. If you wanted to get a transaction through, you had to pay us. Okay, all right. So yeah, we grew at the same amount of percentage we grew last year. We'd be close to 90 million in 12 months from now. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, how many people does it take to have our own economy? Is 90 million enough? Yeah, it is. Okay, so we don't have to wait till we get to 1 billion, but we will get to 1 billion very soon, people. And then there'll be plenty of Kringles for the rest of the 6.5 billion people on the earth, and we will eliminate global poverty, financial poverty. Okay, spiritual poverty is another thing. Okay, my time is up, so I'm going to get off and come back tomorrow. Hopefully, what's tomorrow? Friday the 13th. Yeah, let's do one. Let's do one tomorrow. Okay, and look at the information below. If you got a chance, do some research. Just use common sense. I told you yesterday, there's nothing to be afraid of. There's some exciting things happening behind the scenes. And Trump is a master at what he does, okay? You don't have to believe me, okay? But he is, okay? He's a master at what he does. And those of us who know him knew this, and that's why we voted for him. He's not perfect. He's not a perfect man. What president has been perfect? None of them. No, there's no perfect people at all in this world. Okay, so, but that doesn't mean he's not the man for the job, because he is. Okay, it's just unbelievable what he's done. And yeah, most of America, or a lot of America, doesn't realize everything he's done, but he's doing it, and he's doing it, and he's doing it. Okay, every day you see things that are happening that he's doing. He's going after the drug dealers. He's going after the human traffickers, okay, the sex traffickers. Just look and see what he's doing. Okay, that wall that's going to get built. Do you realize how important that wall is to the deep state? How do you think they fund themselves? Drugs, okay? Drugs, guns, human trafficking. They don't want that wall built, okay? So there's some exciting things happening, friends, and I just want you to be aware of it. And if you've been sleeping, it's no big deal. You know, open your eyes, because you can see. And those are the ones I'm talking to, okay? Because the blind and the deaf, they've already turned me off. In fact, they didn't even turn on and watch this video. And those are the ones I have on Facebook that just, you know, they're in their own world, a world of hate and whatever. Okay, and ignorance, basically. Okay, I'm done. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Same time, same place. All right.